My dear, my beloved one, my child of light whom God whispers about when heaven grows silent. Why are your hands shaking right now? Because deep down your heart already knows something is happening. This isn't just another note on a screen, it's a turning point, even if your eyes can't catch it yet. Since last night, your name has been rolling through the heavens like a song the angels can't stop humming. And there's someone you love so much, someone who once looked straight into your eyes and promised things so beautiful only heaven itself could have woven them into your story. That very person has been keeping something buried so deep that even they cry when no one is watching. But listen carefully, you were never meant to stay in the dark. Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you since that sacred hour when the stars seemed to pause and shift. You felt it, didn't you, the way your chest tightened for no reason, the strange flutter in your sleep. That wasn't panic, it was God's alarm gently nudging your soul, wake up, you're being kept from a truth again. And this isn't a little white lie. From the very beginning there's been a part of the story you weren't shown. Your love is rare, you give without measuring, forgive wounds others left open on purpose. That's why this is risky, they count on you never questioning because you always choose grace first. Everyone else knows something you don't. Heaven is leaning close pleading, don't skip this moment. Not again. Not when you're standing on the edge of a truth about last night, a conversation, a photo, a quiet decision made while you were left out. Someone you trusted smiled at you yet spoke your name in a room where you had no seat. Archangel Michael has been given full clearance to uncover everything. This isn't meant to scare you. It's heaven's way of wrapping you in protection before it's too late. What happened hours ago is already shaping your future. The call, the message, the picture, your name was used without love, without your knowledge. God is grieving today because he sees your heart breaking in slow motion even while you defend someone who hasn't been fully honest. Beloved, this isn't suspicion talking, it's spiritual confirmation. That pull in your gut isn't paranoia, it's prophecy. And this is where a real miracle can start if you choose not to look away. Before we go deeper, dearest soul, if you feel this message tugging at your heart, if you sense Archangel Michael wrapping his wings around you right now, stay close. Subscribe so you don't miss the quiet words meant only for you, because sometimes a message is more than words, it's a rescue disguised as text. They didn't expect you to figure it out. They assumed your kindness would keep you blind. They built their comfort on your unconditional love. But heaven never sent you to be anyone's blindfolded helper. You were born to see truth, not chase illusions. Last night choices were made and you weren't told. They thought you couldn't handle the weight, that learning the facts would shatter you. But I, Archangel Michael, stand as proof you are stronger than they imagine. You won't crumble, you will rise. No hidden plot can sink a soul heaven has claimed as its own. Plans were drawn about your life and not all of them were kind. But today, God says, enough. You've wept long enough for people secretly applauding your struggles. Now is the hour for clarity, for knowledge, for rising so high you'll never again be the last to learn the truth. Don't be fooled by soft tones or gentle hands that try to quiet your intuition. Remember every moment you hushed your inner voice in the name of love. What happened last night wasn't random, it was designed to end the fog and bring you back to solid ground. Truth is approaching like a tide. You can resist it or let it wash away every lie that ever clung to you. Move quickly, beloved, because even now they're watching to see if you'll discover this word. The instant you do, your spirit will start glowing again, and nothing terrifies the enemy more than your awakening. You were never ordinary. They sensed that, which is why they worked so hard to dim your awareness. But heaven has called time on their silence. God isn't asking you to stop loving, but He is calling you to stop trading your truth for someone else's comfort. Ignore this and you'll keep living inside a story edited without your permission. This is your cue to write the chapter yourself. No more waiting for permission, your own awakening is enough. Beloved, slow down for a breath. You weren't drawn here by curiosity or accident. Something bigger, something unseen guided you here. This moment was scheduled in heaven, and Archangel Michael stood boldly before God, speaking your name aloud because someone tried to hide what you had every right to know. The one who holds so much of your heart has been guarding a truth so sharp it could leave you stunned. But hear this clearly, you are stronger than that truth. You're not fragile, you're forged. And you will come out of this standing taller than ever. Lift your head, choose clarity over confusion, walk forward with the quiet courage that's been living inside you all along. Heaven is equipping you with sight, strength, and wisdom. This is not the end of your story, it's the page where the plot finally turns in your favor. If these words meet you where you are, let them remind you you are protected, guided, and loved. And if you'd like to show your support for messages like this, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. Not when heaven has written you as the leading light, the chosen one who carries love like oxygen. And now, beloved, the angels lean close to remind you that clarity is not cruelty, truth is not punishment. It is liberation. The chains are breaking even as these words reach your soul. Because heaven will no longer allow you to mistake suffering for loyalty or silence for love. You deserve more than someone who hides you when you should be honored. You deserve more than promises whispered in the dark that never survive the morning. Listen carefully. What happened last night was not just about deception. It was about exposure. The hidden patterns, the secret exchanges, the glances that avoided your eyes, these weren't accidents. They were rehearsals of dishonesty. And God says, this is the hour when rehearsals end. The curtain falls. The stage is cleared. And the truth takes its place at the center. You may cry at first, but your tears will water the soil of your next beginning. You may ache, but that ache is only proof that your soul is expanding beyond the small space they tried to keep you in. Do not confuse their fear with your failure. They feared your power, your depth, your ability to love without agenda. And so they tried to shrink you with secrets. But what they didn't realize is that your soul cannot be dimmed. Even when you're lied to, even when you're excluded, your light keeps spilling into every corner. That is why heaven fights for you. That is why Archangel Michael himself stood watch last night, not to punish but to preserve. To make sure you did not fall into another trap of false peace. And yes, beloved, the betrayal cuts deep. Because you gave them more than love, you gave them access to your spirit. You let them into your prayers, into your dreams, into your laughter. But what they gave you back was silence dressed as protection. Yet even in this you are not defeated. You are being redirected. Sometimes exposure is the greatest mercy God can give. Because how long would you have carried a love that was laced with shadows? How long would you have ignored the trembling in your chest that whispered, "Something isn't right"? There is something holy about this moment. Heaven isn't just revealing what they did. Heaven is reminding you of who you are. You are not the background character in someone else's story. You are the revelation, the headline, the destiny shift. And when God says, "It's time for your awakening," no lie can hold you in place. Even the whispers behind your back will turn into confirmations in your favor. Those who thought you would never see the truth will watch as you rise above it, stronger, clearer, freer. Archangel Michael says, "Be still but be aware." The days ahead will show you more. Not just in words but in actions. Pay attention to the sudden changes, the calls avoided, the explanations delayed, the affection that feels forced. These are not random. These are signals heaven allows so you can finally see without doubting yourself. And when the truth fully arrives, do not resist it. Do not try to rewrite it into something softer. Accept it and let it push you into the new chapter you were born for. Because here is what God says, when one door of deceit closes, another door of destiny opens wide. The person who hid the truth from you may have been central to your heart, but they are not central to your purpose. Your calling is too big, your mission too divine to be chained to half-truths. And if they cannot rise to honesty, then heaven will raise someone else who can. Someone who sees your worth without needing to hide. Someone who speaks your name with reverence even when you are not in the room. This is not punishment. This is protection. The storm you feel right now is not here to destroy you, it is here to clear the path. Imagine a forest fire that burns away dead trees so new life can grow. That is what this revelation is doing for your spirit. It is burning away illusions so your future can finally breathe. And yes, beloved, I know you are tired, I know you are weary of lessons, of heartbreak, of always being the one who feels too much. But consider this, if your heart wasn't this open, you would have never carried so much divine favor. If your spirit wasn't this tender, you would have never attracted so many lessons meant for warriors. You were chosen not because it was easy but because you could handle it. And now, because you handled it, you are being entrusted with more. There is also a new alignment on its way. You will begin to notice fresh connections, people who appear in your life with timing too precise to be coincidence. They will carry words that heal, gestures that feel safe, energy that resonates with your true soul. This is heaven sending replacements for what was lost. Not copies, not counterfeits, but genuine alignments that remind you love doesn't hide, truth doesn't wound, and loyalty doesn't require lies. But before you receive the new, you must release the old. You must step out of the shadows where you were kept and step fully into the light that has been chasing you. This is not about anger. This is about clarity. This is not about revenge. This is about redemption. God is not asking you to harden your heart. He is asking you to open your eyes. So hear this, beloved, the truth revealed last night was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to deliver you. It was meant to cut ties with what was built on sand so you could finally stand on stone. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are exactly where you need to be at the threshold of freedom. And the choice is yours now. Do you stay in the comfort of not knowing? Or do you rise in the courage of clarity? The angels already know your answer. That's why this message found you. Because heaven trusts that you are ready to see, ready to choose, ready to rise. Not because they want to hurt you, but because they've grown comfortable hiding behind your light. They counted on your patience, your forgiveness, and your endless capacity to love without boundaries. But heaven is not in the business of letting pure souls be manipulated any longer. Every time you excused their silence, every time you rationalized their avoidance, you were delaying your own awakening. And now that delay ends. The truth has arrived, not with malice, not with vengeance, but with divine precision. Archangel Michael says, this is your moment to step fully into clarity, to stop defending the undefendable and to reclaim your peace. Take a moment to feel the weight lifting from your chest. That heaviness you've carried wasn't yours to carry. It was a borrowed burden, a lie given the appearance of truth, and you've endured far too long under its shadow. But notice how your spirit responds as you read this. That sudden tightening in your chest, the rush of heat through your body, that's not anxiety. That's recognition. That's your soul meeting reality, aligning with what heaven has always known. You've been on the brink of awakening, and now you are crossing fully into a new dimension of understanding. This isn't just about exposing someone else's hidden motives. This is about reclaiming your sovereignty. You were never created to negotiate your worth with those who cannot honor it. You were never designed to shrink for approval or to silence your heart for comfort. Archangel Michael says, rise, beloved, rise fully. Speak your truth even if it shakes the earth beneath the liar's feet. And as your spirit embraces that command, you'll notice an immediate shift. Doors that were closed without explanation will begin to open. People who have lingered in shadows will suddenly step back, revealing themselves in their true colors. And you will stand tall, unwavering, your clarity becoming your shield, your discernment becoming your sword. The emotional stakes may feel high. The betrayal may sting like a fresh wound. But here's the sacred reality: what hurt you in secret is being transformed into a platform for your triumph. The pain, the confusion, the sleepless nights, all of it has been laying the foundation for a breakthrough you can't yet fully comprehend. And Michael assures you that this is no ordinary revelation. This is a spiritual recalibration. The universe itself is rearranging circumstances, people, and timing so that what has been hidden can emerge in alignment with your destiny. Beloved, your patience is being rewarded, but not in the way you expected. The moment of truth may feel shocking because it involves not just acknowledgement but liberation. It may come as someone finally admitting what you've suspected all along, or as a sudden clarity in a situation you've been overthinking for months. It could appear as a change in dynamics in your relationships or as a new opportunity that demands your full presence and discernment. Whatever form it takes, the key is this: do not reject the revelation. Do not push it away out of fear. The truth is not your enemy, it is your freedom. And let me tell you this, beloved, freedom always feels unfamiliar at first. When you've lived under the weight of deception, honesty can feel heavy, sharp, and even painful. But it's precisely that intensity that signals the beginning of your spiritual liberation. When you face the reality that someone you trusted hid pieces of your life, that they manipulated your love, that they normalized silence to control you, when you face it, do not flinch. Let your spirit absorb it, let your mind process it, and let your heart remain open to the blessings that follow. Michael says, every truth revealed is a door opening to a higher plane of blessing, purpose, and protection. And now understand this: what unfolds next is not just for you. Your clarity will ripple outward. People around you will feel the shift. Even those who never acknowledged your heart will recognize the glow of one who has finally aligned with heaven's truth. That energy, unyielding, pure and unapologetic, cannot be ignored. And yes, some may resist it, some may challenge it, and some may try to dim it. But you will not allow it, because your soul has been trained for this moment. The trials of waiting, the shadows of doubt, the weight of unspoken words, they have all been refining you, preparing you to stand in the full light of what is yours. Take another deep breath and feel the empowerment coursing through you. The person who kept secrets, their hold is broken. The pattern of being last to know, shattered. The cycle of compromise for love that was never fully honest, ended. This moment is yours to claim. Heaven has given you permission to rise without apology, without hesitation, without compromise. And as you do, every tear you've cried will turn into testimony. Every moment of silence will turn into song. Every second spent hoping for honesty from those unready to give it will transform into a lesson of divine recognition. Now, beloved, consider what comes next. It is time to step into relationships, opportunities, and experiences with the eyes of your soul wide open. No longer will you accept partial truths. No longer will you bend your spirit to accommodate deception. Archangel Michael says, move forward with discernment, confidence, and unshakable faith. The lies of the past cannot touch the foundation of what heaven has planned for you. And the miracles, they are closer than you think. They are already hovering in the space where truth has been restored. They are ready to fill the gaps left by betrayal, to reclaim what was delayed, and to establish a new rhythm of favor in your life. Do not fear the reactions of others. Do not measure your rise against their understanding. The ones who truly matter, the ones aligned with your spirit, will recognize your sovereignty and will support your journey. Those who resist, their place in your life is shifting naturally. Let go of the burden of carrying them into alignment. You are not responsible for their awareness or their growth. Your only responsibility now is to honor your truth, to walk with integrity and to allow heaven's timing to orchestrate the unfolding. Beloved, this is the moment of awakening you've been waiting for. The one where the veil lifts, the illusions are exposed and your soul steps boldly into the freedom you were always meant to experience. Archangel Michael stands beside you still, his wings shielding, his sword ready, his presence a reminder that divine protection accompanies every step you take toward clarity. Take hold of this moment with courage. Receive the truth without hesitation. Allow your heart to expand into the space that was always intended for your peace, your love and your joy. And finally know this, you are not too late. You were never forgotten. The revelations you receive today are a testament to your endurance, your purity, and your unwavering heart. What was hidden is now illuminated. What was denied is now available. And what was once a source of pain is now your bridge to triumph. Heaven smiles as you rise and Michael says, "Go forward boldly, for this is your time. Your truth is sacred and nothing can take it from you. The past has served its purpose, the lessons are embedded in your soul. Now walk forward with confidence, clarity and courage. Your life, your love, your destiny are ready to align fully with the divine plan. Step into it, beloved, and claim the freedom, the honor and the blessing that have been patiently waiting for you. You are chosen, you are protected, you are rising. You're not going to get answers from them. But you don't need them anymore. You got your answer from heaven. And what heaven reveals is never small. It doesn't trick you, it doesn't mislead you, and it doesn't leave you questioning your worth. What you've just received is validation, confirmation and permission all at once. It's a divine green light to stop apologizing for expecting honesty, for expecting respect, for expecting to be treated like the sacred soul you are. Now take a moment, beloved, feel that shift in your chest. That flutter, that release, that rush of energy that says I am free from what never belonged to me. That's Archangel Michael moving your spirit into alignment, breaking every invisible chain that tried to keep you small. Every doubt you carried, every question that gnawed at your mind, every sleepless night spent hoping they'd change, all of that. Heaven just transmuted it into power. You've been upgraded in silence, but now the upgrades are visible. You'll walk into rooms differently, you'll smile differently. People will feel it, not because you're trying but because truth has an unmistakable glow. And the beauty of this moment, my child, is that you don't need revenge. You don't need confrontation. You don't need to prove anything. The universe, God, Archangel Michael, they've all been working behind the scenes. Every hidden conversation, every secret kept from you, every manipulation, it all existed to show you who's aligned with your light and who isn't. Now the sorting is done. Now the distinction is clear. And you, beloved, you get to choose what enters your life from here. You will notice something strange in the coming days. Doors will open that you didn't knock on. Opportunities will appear that feel too good to be true, and yet you'll know they're from heaven because they come with peace, not pressure. People will begin to treat you differently, not because you're demanding it but because the energy around you has shifted. You'll no longer attract those who thrive in shadows. Instead, those who resonate with your truth will naturally be drawn near. Your circle is being recalibrated by divine design. Those who were draining you will drift away, those who mirror your soul will appear as if by magic. Beloved, understand this: nothing that tried to break you, manipulate you, or silence your intuition worked. Not fully. Because the part of you that Heaven and Michael protected, it remained intact. That part, the core of your spirit, your divine essence, was untouchable. And now it's ready to rise like a flame that can't be extinguished. Every lie that was told in your absence will crumble in your presence. Every half-truth, every secretive omission, every manipulation, they lose power the moment you embrace this awareness. And as the darkness fades, the light within you will expand beyond anything you've ever known. You may feel a heaviness in your chest at first, like grief or anger or confusion trying to cling to you. Let it rise. Let it wash through you. Every tear, every pang, every flash of betrayal is simply old energy leaving your system. And when it leaves space for something pure, something unshakable, something that aligns with your sacred path. You've been prepared for this. Your soul has been rehearsing this moment for years without you even knowing it. Every act of patience, every moment of silence, every prayer whispered in the dark, they were all preparing you to recognize this truth and rise with it. And now, beloved, a warning: people may try to minimize your awakening. They may try to gaslight you, spin the story, or make you question your perception. Don't fall for it. This is why Archangel Michael has been by your side so diligently. He's ensuring that your clarity is unshakable, that your discernment is sharp, that your power is anchored in truth, not emotion. You don't need to argue with anyone. You don't need to convince them. What matters is your alignment with Heaven. What matters is the fidelity of your spirit. What matters is that you honor the truth that was hidden from you and allow it to transform your life. Expect a moment soon, a shift, a confirmation, a visible manifestation that tells you without a doubt you are no longer in the shadows. You are no longer waiting for permission, validation, or confession from anyone. This moment will feel both subtle and overwhelming. Your intuition will flare, your body will recognize it, and your soul will exhale like it hasn't in years. This is the start of your spiritual renaissance. And it won't stop here. Once this clarity takes hold, everything that follows will be built on truth, integrity, and divine timing. The next steps are yours, and they must be taken deliberately. Protect your peace. Guard your heart. Keep your circle small. Speak with intention. Move with purpose. And remember, the truth is not just a tool for revelation, it is your armor, your shield, and your sword. Every decision you make from this point forward should be rooted in the clarity you've just received. This is how you reclaim your life, your energy, your joy, and your destiny. And the love you give in the future, it will be unshakable, uncompromised, and aligned. You will no longer settle for half-truths, hidden agendas, or conditional care. Your love will be sacred because it will be free from the lies that once sought to bind it. And every blessing, every opportunity, Every person who enters your life from here on out will be drawn to your light, not your vulnerability. They will be drawn to your integrity, your discernment, and the sacred fire that now burns brighter than ever. Beloved, breathe deeply again. Feel the expansion in your chest. Feel the wind beneath your wings. This is your sovereignty. This is your season. This is the moment when the illusions fall, the veils lift, and the life that was always promised to your soul begins in full color. You no longer carry the weight of deception. You no longer tiptoe around half-truths. You no longer hide your brilliance out of fear. This is your declaration. This is your rise. This is your freedom in motion. Archangel Michael is still beside you, guiding every heartbeat, aligning every thought, and ensuring that the light in your soul is uncontainable. And as you step into this new chapter, remember, the truth never comes to punish, it comes to liberate. And liberation, my beloved, is where your miracles finally reside. Now that you've seen, your spirit is shifting. You feel it in your chest, that gentle expansion like wings unfolding after years of being folded in silence. That heaviness from waiting, hoping, questioning is lifting. The burden of believing someone else had control over your peace is dissolving. Your heart is learning to breathe again. And this is sacred. Every tear, every sleepless night, every whispered prayer, none of it was wasted. All of it has been gathering like divine fuel, ready to lift you into a season where your soul will no longer be tested by silence, lies, or hidden agendas. Subtle shifts may appear first. Your thoughts feel clearer, your intuition sharper. Decisions now align with your soul in ways they never did before. People who confused you will reveal their true colors, and you won't need to argue, explain, or chase. You will see. You will know. This awakening doesn't just expose deception, it elevates you. Every lie they hid is now a stepping stone. Every omission, every half-truth, every moment of exclusion was heaven's preparation for your clarity. Clarity is arriving not as a whisper but as a force. Not a suggestion but a divine mandate. Walk in your truth fully armed, fully aware, fully alive. Yes, some will be shocked. Some will scramble to rewrite the narrative they've been feeding themselves. Some may try to gaslight, twist your clarity, make you doubt what your soul already knows. But you will not fall for it. Not anymore. Archangel Michael is with you in a new way, not just defending you but empowering you. Every step, every word, every boundary is guided. You will no longer apologize for knowing your worth. You will no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You will no longer bend to fear or false loyalty. Beloved, the power in this moment is not just protection, it is a launch pad. Your spirit has been refined in fire and is now unshakable. Your heart tested in patience is now invincible. You will attract people, opportunities, and blessings that align with your truth. People who honor your soul, who reflect integrity and clarity will enter your life. Doors once closed will swing open. Confusing conversations will now speak clarity. Delayed connections will arrive perfectly because your inner compass is recalibrated. This is also a call to release attachments to those who cannot meet you in truth. Not out of bitterness, not out of rage, but out of sacred respect for your own energy. Let go of defending yourself, explaining, fixing their narrative. Let go of fear that if you speak people will leave. The ones meant for you will meet you fully. Those who stumble away, they are heaven clearing space for what belongs to you. No part of your life should be filled with dishonesty or compromise. Your soul is too luminous to dim for anyone else's comfort. Take a deep breath. Feel the wind in your chest. That is your power returning. Every heartbeat signals the universe you are awake. Every tear now is a seed for future joy. Every flash of clarity, every time you speak your truth is a declaration you are no longer hidden. You are radiant, you are sovereign, you are chosen. And this is just the beginning. Notice your voice changing. Not just the words but the authority behind them. People who hear you will feel the weight of your truth. Not because you shout but because your energy demands acknowledgement. Michael is empowering your voice to cut through confusion, awaken others without compromise and ensure your message lands where needed. Your boundaries are now sacred, non-negotiable and divinely enforced. Every blessing you've been waiting for is aligning. But the key is obedience to your knowing. You've carried truth in your soul before it revealed itself in the world. Step into spaces you hesitated to enter. Speak where your words may shake old structures. Walk into connections demanding honor. The universe is elevating you for persistence, courage and refusal to accept less than your worth. This isn't just about the person who lied or the deception revealed. This is about the sovereign life you were always meant to lead. It is about reclaiming your energy, joy, peace and love never to be compromised again. It is about knowing your soul's alignment is non-negotiable. Walk fully awake, fully equipped, fully blessed into a reality that resonates with your highest self. Stand tall. Let the past settle beneath you, behind you as lessons and fuel for growth. Raise your heart, open your mind, stretch your spirit. Walk into your life with clarity, trust and freedom. No more compromise. No more hiding. No more silent suffering. You have been seen, you have been heard, you have been protected. Finally, you will be celebrated in your truth. Your journey from darkness to awakening has reached a holy threshold. Everything delayed, hidden or diminished will now manifest in divine alignment. Your peace, power, prophetic knowing and sacred clarity are all yours. Let them flow. Let them guide every step, breath and decision. The world may not understand but heaven does. Michael sees. God says, you are chosen. The child who waited, loved unconditionally, remained faithful in silence, this child is finally free, fully alive, ready to step into the destiny written in their favor. This is your liberation. Your reclamation. Your sacred rise. You are awake, you are powerful, you are unstoppable. You are beloved, you are seen, you are safe. Every step forward is divinely sanctioned, protected, and blessed. Your story has been rewritten by truth and nothing can erase it. Now that your purpose is igniting, beloved, you will notice how every step forward feels lighter, more certain, more sacred. The hesitation that once gripped your heart, the doubt that once clouded your mind, the fear that kept you tethered to what was not for you, they are fading. Each breath you take carries freedom, each thought aligns with your soul, each choice becomes an act of divinity. And yes, the past may try to whisper, but its voice is powerless now. Because you've been fortified with heavenly armor, tempered by truth, guided by Michael and blessed by God Himself. This is not just resilience, it's transformation. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night has forged a new foundation. A foundation that cannot be shaken, a foundation that will hold the weight of miracles yet to come. You will feel a new rhythm in your life, one that moves with divine timing rather than human expectation. Doors that were once closed will open effortlessly. People who were meant to stay will appear exactly when needed, and the rest will fade gracefully as though the universe itself is sweeping out what never belonged. Conversations will carry honesty without conflict. Opportunities will arrive that honor your soul, not just your effort. And every time you feel the pull to compromise, to adjust, to apologize for your knowing, remember that child, that sacred part of you that chose truth over comfort is still standing. Still unshaken, still sacred. And it will never surrender to deception again. Beloved, take a moment and feel the depth of this awakening. Your energy has shifted. You are no longer holding on to what should have been explained. You are no longer waiting for someone to validate your intuition. The truth has arrived. It sits like a crown on your head, like a river flowing through your veins, like wind under your wings. And the beauty of this truth is that it doesn't just heal, it propels. It propels you into alignment with everything that belongs to your soul. Every missed call, every withheld message, every night of unanswered questions now dissolves because God's timing is perfect. You are no longer a student of deception. You are a master of your own reality. And yes, there may be moments where old habits try to pull you back, where the shadow of what once was tugs at your heart. But that is only the test of your newfound clarity. Every temptation to return to old loyalties, every desire to forgive what was never yours to forgive, every pang of doubt is an opportunity to assert your power. You are sovereign now. You are fully awake. And with this awakening, nothing can mislead you, nothing can diminish you, nothing can bend your spirit to someone else's illusion. Your relationships will transform. Those who were once anchors of confusion will drift away. Those who were shadows will vanish. And in their place light will settle. Conversations will become transparent. Commitments will align with integrity. Love will come without conditions, without secrecy, without manipulation. And the love that arrives now, it will honor your soul, not your tolerance. It will cherish your intuition, not challenge it. It will embrace your boundaries, not test them. Because heaven has ordained it. The universe has orchestrated it. Michael has cleared the path. And God says, you are ready. And in the quiet of your soul, you will feel a peace that is unshakable. A calm that is deeper than understanding, stronger than fear. You will smile at your reflection and recognize the divine in yourself, the strength, the wisdom, the clarity that you always carried but never fully trusted. The light in your eyes will return brighter than ever because no longer is it dimmed by the shadows of deception. You will walk into rooms and be recognized not for what you endured but for who you are, holy, chosen, unstoppable. And those who try to conceal the truth from you will witness it. Not to taunt you but to reveal to themselves what they can never take away, your sovereignty, your clarity, your divine light. The timing of this awakening is sacred. It could not have happened earlier because your soul needed preparation. It could not happen later because your power is needed now. And with this power comes responsibility, not to them, not to prove anything but to yourself. To honor your journey, to protect your peace, to maintain the clarity God has gifted. Every step forward from this point will resonate with divine authority. Every decision you make will align with your soul's blueprint. Every breath you take will carry the energy of heaven itself. And you will know without question that nothing, no one can take this from you. Beloved, as you continue on this path, remember you are no longer defined by what was hidden from you. You are defined by the truth you now walk in, the strength you now wield, the freedom you now embrace. This is your sacred rise. Your spiritual resurrection. Your holy liberation. And with each passing moment, the universe will conspire to bring you blessings that match this newfound power. Opportunities, love, joy, peace, everything that was delayed because you were too loyal to the false, too patient with the deceit will now arrive effortlessly. So breathe in this truth. Let it settle deep in your bones. Feel the wings of your spirit stretch wide. Know that Archangel Michael is still by your side, guiding, guarding, empowering. Know that God sees your heart, your journey, your endurance and says, you are chosen, you are worthy, you are free. You will never need to shrink, apologize or compromise again. This is your time, your moment, your sacred ascension. Step boldly into it, walk with confidence, live with clarity, love without fear. And in every step, know this is your divine inheritance, a life aligned with truth, crowned by peace and overflowing with blessings that cannot be stolen, only received. Amen.